Guys, I think it's really interesting to kind of learn more about the business and what you guys do, and I guess how you can kind of transform those occasions that we talked about a little bit earlier. But I guess how does kind of design and brand and all of those things around the kind of marketing and touch points, a lot of the work that I guess that we've done together at the Cake Solution, but I think how does that kind of impact the business?
So one of the key things that we, as I mentioned earlier, when we decided to rebrand and change the name, we obviously knew there were various touch points that we had to amend. So things like the website, store signage, interiors of the stores, they hadn't had much TLC over the years, and that's something that we're keen to do. Now, me and Neil could have done that ourselves, but we're not brand specialists. So part of our process was to understand what are those touch points, what are the things that we want to change. And what we quickly realized was that we did need to partner with somebody or an organization to help us. So quite naturally, we looked at 2 or 3 different companies that could potentially help us. But one thing that I suppose where account creation stood out was obviously yourself, but the process that you take us through, which really was quite important for us. So when you go to other design agencies, they typically start with, okay, well, you need a new logo, you need a new website, and great, but that's all output related. But I think what worked well for us was you sat down with us and the management team for 2 days and actually tried to understand, well, what is it that we stand for? What is our brand statement? What are the brand values, or what are our values? And that's something that we co-created with yourself. And then it was only after you'd understood what it is that we're trying to achieve, account creation then went away and created, well, this is what your website could look like, or this is what, the new logo could look like. And I think that was quite important. And in a crowded marketplace with lots of brand specialists out there, or so-called brand specialists, for me, and having worked with other agencies in the past, it always zooms in onto what color do you want this, or what do you want your logo to be, and actually that wasn't where we were. So the process there helped us really get to where we are today in terms of the outputs perspective. So I don't know if you want to add to that, Neil.
Yeah, so for me it was really important that we put into a document how we actually felt about the brand and the business, and that our colleagues, in particular the management team, were involved in that and became part of our brand story, if you like. So it was more about wanting to have something that represented the pride and the passion that's within the business, that you or account creation has really helped draw out of both Dylan and I, and indeed the management team, which then led on from there to the brand logo, the brand statement, and the corporate colours, and the brand guidelines that we'll continue to use and probably evolve over the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, and then what that's allowed us to do is part of that renovation, obviously, as you know, but maybe those watching don't know, is we have invested a lot of money in the stores itself. So kind of new seating, there's TV screens in there to communicate our value proposition and some of the products that we offer. We've got some new vinyls on there, which obviously Account Creation designed for us. There's new signage outside as well. So hopefully, and we believe, and through the feedback that we've got, the customer experience is a lot better. And that whole brand process has allowed us to pretty much create a blueprint that we can now go, right, if we're opening a store in Manchester, Sheffield, Liverpool, Newcastle, wherever they may be in the country, we've got a brand blueprint that we can use. So we've got the store, we've got all the kind of auxiliary items, but we know what the look and feel is. And I think that was lacking, and that was something that we were both keen to establish. So in essence, it just makes it easier. So we obviously are a franchise business, so we are looking for new franchisees who want to join a fast-growing organization, and we believe we've got that blueprint to help them get up to speed, to be able to kind of reach their potential and do well for themselves as well.